Hey, how's it hanging, everyone? MMA Rituals reporting in. And today, I'm hitting you with my recap of Dana White's Contender Series, Season 9, Week 9. Now, I know this is 2 days after these fights actually happened, but they've left such an impact on me because those main three fights were so remarkable that I felt like I just had to give my 2 cents. Now, jumping right in, immediately, the first fight was really nothing spectacular. Luke Fernandez knocks out Rafael Pergentino in about 20 seconds. The first punch he lands knocks the guy over. Now, Luke Fernandez looked fine, shredded, had big power, obviously. That's really all you need for a light heavyweight. But Rafael Pergentino, he really didn't seem all that impressive to me. Was certainly no spring chicken in there. Built like a bag of milk. I mean, I don't know how much this win honestly means. Luke Fernandez, his ceiling could be anywhere. I mean, I could expect him to lose his debut and get knocked out, and it wouldn't surprise me. So, anyway, moving on. Got another fight. Nothing crazy. Now, I promise after this, we are in the fast lane and there's no breaks. But this is the last one that was whatever. But it was a finish at least. It was at middleweight between Luis Felipe Diaz and Donovan Hedrick. Now, it was back and forth. Diaz submits him in the second round, but again, nothing impressive, nothing to take note of. Dana barely signed the guy. If it was up to me, I wouldn't. I don't think he's really going to do anything, and it just didn't impress me. But anyway, those two fights out of the way. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Imanol Rodriguez knocks out Hoki Consecao in the first round. Now, flyweight, best division in the UFC. Obviously, it's got some of the best prospects. Imanol Rodriguez was on my list. I've been watching him. I saw him on The Ultimate Fighter. He got a beautiful knockout. Then he got robbed by Joseph Holmes. That was disgusting, but Joseph Holmes just beat that Alibi guy, the Kazakh, the undefeated guy. Nobody thought that was going to happen, so Imanol, maybe he's better than we thought. But this is a big spot. Dana White's Contender Series. He gets brought in. He's only 5-0, but Mexican, promotable, finishing potential. He's got the look. He's got the speed. He's got the power. He gets a beautiful knockout. Now, in the beginning, he was getting touched up a bit. Consecao was on the outside with his kicks, landed a front kick, was landing some jabs. He had some footwork. He actually reddened up the face of him in all a bit. Had me concerned, but Rodriguez lands a beautiful straight right hand down the middle as Consecao slips forward into it. Really poor timing on his part, but great timing from Rodriguez. Drops him bad. Goes for the TKO. Consecao gets back up. Imanol swarms him. Shots. Knocks him down again. He gets back up. Finishes him with a huge right hook. Basically sleeps him out cold. First round knockout. It was perfect. I hope he fights again this year. I think he said he wants to fight on the November card. That would be great. Let's see it happen. Next fight. One of the best I've ever seen in my entire life. Best fight in Dana White's Contender Series history. By far. Maybe Sadiq Youssef versus Mike Davis is up there too, but Adrian Luna Martinetti versus Mark Vologden. Bantamweight scrap. Now, before I get into it, I need to say both of these guys looked kind of terrible. I don't expect them to have tremendous UFC careers, but just as a fight on its own, it was pure action, start to finish, non-stop entertainment, I must say. So, the first round, it was back and forth. It wasn't the craziest. They each landed maybe 35, 40 strikes. It was great. Good fun. But at the end of it, Vologden drops Martinetti bad. starts swarming him, but there's only 15 seconds left. Can't really do anything with it. Seems like momentum swinging that side. Then, at the start of the second round, my God, they just go at it like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I mean, absolutely winging bombs. Then Martinetti grabs the clinch, starts landing the most vicious knees to the body, to the head. Vologdan's ripping hooks while he's still in the clinch to Martinetti's body, bringing them upstairs. It was one of the most unbelievable rounds of MMA you'll ever see in your entire life. Now, the commentary did not do this fight justice. They just didn't. Anthony Smith on commentary. Listen, he's got some good technical breakdowns of the fights, but when there's something like this that is just an iconic war that people are going to be rewatching and just through word of mouth, it's going to gain a cult-like following. Even if Contender Series will never be as big as the UFC, this is a fight that they've posted on their YouTube channel and people are going to spread around. But the commentary is abysmal for it. I mean, Laura Sanko, Anthony Smith, they don't get you hyped. They don't. They had good analysis, but when it's not a super technical fight like this, where it's just two men leaving it all out there, showing each other what they're made of, the commentary couldn't really reflect that. They weren't getting excited. They weren't getting amped the way they needed to really sell this fight. And it's a shame because it was an all-time classic. Third round, it's a little slower. They're both obviously gassed. They're both bloody. Vologdan's got a cut like a crater over his left eyebrow. It was vicious. I don't know why the doctor let it keep going, honestly. It was a horrific cut. But third round starts. Martinetti decides to wrestle. Keeps Vologdan down for maybe a minute and a half. Then on the feet, nothing too crazy. Martinetti secures it with another takedown towards the end. Listen, even if the third round wasn't the best, the first two for this fight, specifically the second round, it was unbelievable. It really was. Again, I said it, the fight's free on YouTube. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. It was a treat. The main event, this is the big one. I love this guy. Magomed Zainikov versus Lucas Caldas. Now, Zainikov, he's a training partner of Islam Makhachev, Habib Nurmagomedov, Tagir and Ulanbekov, all those guys, the Team Habib guys. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the meme, this is John Pork. This is the John Pork guy. So, Demetrius Johnson does a vlog December last year. Islam's introducing his team to him, and he says this guy's nickname, Chanko, right? But he says it in his accent. It sounds like John Pork. I don't know why. You have to hear the clip to understand it. It sounds exactly like it. It really does. And so it blows up. If you're unfamiliar with John Pork, it's just this AI picture of a pig man. I think maybe it was based off of Peter Griffin or something. But everybody calls this guy John Pork. I mean, they asked about him. They asked him about it in the post-fight press conference, and he had to say that, please don't call me that or whatever, but I understand that he's fine with it. He's been reposting edits and stuff on his Instagram of it. He seems like a cool guy. He's having a fun time with it. But regardless, this performance was unbelievable. John Pork, he's one of my favorite fighters right now. He impressed me so much. This was not like the last fight. This was not just a scrap, a brawl, a rock'em sock'em fight. Two guys just winging at each other, slugging it out, showing what they're made of. This was a technical destruction. Zainikov got dropped in the first round, but other than that, he was putting a legendary beating on Caldas. I mean, it was spectacular. The third round of this fight, Zainikov landed 101 strikes. Caldas landed about 15. That's the numbers we're talking about. Zainikov set the lightweight strike record, which is crazy considering Max Holloway's had lightweight fights. You've had guys like Dustin Poirier, Dan Hooker. Across Contender Series and UFC, Zainikov has set the record for 3-round fight strikes. It's insane. Now, the stuff I liked about the guy. Teeps. Constantly teeping. Always teeping. With both legs. Rear teep, lead teep. Then you go inside low kick, outside low kick, oblique kick. Roundhouse to the body. Switch kick. Jab. 1-2. Uppercuts. The uppercuts. Oh my god, the uppercuts. You have to watch this fight. I don't know if there's a way you can find it somewhere. It's not on YouTube, I've checked, but if you can find it, watch this fight and watch this guy, especially in the third round, the setups for the uppercut in the third round. He does this one combination at the start of the round where he goes lead elbow, splits the guard, right hand behind it, huge hook, goes through the guard once he split it with that lead elbow. Then he hops back out of range, jumps back in. Caldas is expecting that lead elbow again, so he ducks down to try and block it. But no, he ducks right down into an uppercut. Zainikov set him up for. It was spectacular. It really was. I loved this fight. I love John Pork. I want to see him fight Slava Claus in the UFC. I want to see him fight Ribovics. I want to see him fight Elvis Brenner. Anybody who's just going to strike with him, that's just going to give him a brutal war, an incredibly technical stand-up fight. That's what I want to see. Rong Zhu is another one. I mean, I just can't wait for his debut. I was so impressed by this performance. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I had no idea this guy was that good. He's really, really good. Really good. But anyway, this has been my recap of Dana White's Contender Series, Season 9, Week 9. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And I hope to see you in another video. Thank you.